So, they say 47% of people in the UK, even people that have a mortgage, don't understand mortgages. And part of that is coupled with just the lack of financial literacy throughout society, not just with mortgages. But essentially, what a mortgage is, it's a really big loan. It's a bank fronting you or giving you the money to purchase a property. And one of the great things that I love about what I do in finance is numbers are numbers, right? So
Okay.
numbers are numbers anywhere on the planet. So it gives me the opportunity to help people understand the fundamentals that they can make informed choices. And I love that you kept mentioning brokers because that's another concept that a lot of people don't understand. I've been in finance for over 30 years and I worked for Halifax, I worked for Lloyd's, I was a area manager for several banks. And even me as someone that was working in finance for a period of time, I didn't understand or fully understand the benefits of using a broker as opposed to going directly to the bank. And I guess the key benefit of using a broker instead of going directly to a bank is this: choice.
I hope that everyone can hear me. Good evening. We're going to have a really special evening. We'll be answering your questions. So make sure that if you have any questions that you put them in the chat. We're here to help you and answer all of your questions. So don't be afraid to ask questions because now is the place and forum to ask those questions. As a reminder, your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up the repayments on your mortgage. So my name is Anthony Lindsay, and as you probably saw from the intro, I've been in finance for over 30 years. What we are here to do this evening is to unpack some questions and unpack some myths that might surround mortgages. So we'll go through the answers to those questions. We'll also look at specialist lending. So if you're on a skilled worker visa or if you have a low deposit, we'll look at strategies and ways of actually getting a mortgage. We'll also look at ways that you can generate more money, save more money. So if we look at the top 3 questions that are usually asked about mortgages, these are the 3 of the things that we will cover off. So number 1, people here are probably wondering, how much can I borrow? So that's one of the top and first questions that people ask. The second question is, how much deposit do I need? And the third one is, what percentage do I qualify for? So throughout the next session, we will cover off the answers to those questions. But the short answer to all of those questions is it depends on you. So quite often people will ask the question, well, how much can I borrow? And they're just giving an overview of their situation. And if anyone gives you an answer of how much you can borrow based on having limited information, you should always be concerned. But I will share some rules of thumb that you can do a quick calculation and understand how much you may be able to borrow, keeping in mind that with the specialist lenders, you can often borrow a little bit more, but it will cost you a little bit more, and it may be a higher interest rate. And the same thing goes for how much of a deposit you need and the interest rate that you will be charged. Getting a mortgage is a very unique and very personalized thing. Specialist lenders make it a little bit more accessible for people that may have had credit issues, may not have been in the UK very long, low deposits, or non-PAYE income. By that, I mean people who are contractors, potentially people that are self-employed. So that's what specialist lenders